Hey everyone, if you found my channel, thanks. I appreciate you. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to reach you and give you some words of wisdom, some things that I've learned along the way, and also for keeping you entertained. It's the guy with the goggles on, right? Let me ask you a question. You see what I'm dealing with out here, okay? Would you consider today a beautiful day? Would you wake up today and would you say that this is a beautiful day out? Would you be thankful for today? Because I want to say that the secret to wealth is gratitude, right? So these lens and how I see things is how I see the world. And you can find gratitude in everything. You can find happiness, thankfulness. You can find that in everything, whether it's a beautiful day or whether it's the most dreary day. And that, I believe, is the secret to wealth. And remember, when I talk about wealth, I'm talking about more than just money. I'm talking about your life being significant, the relationships, the friendships. I'm talking about life being rich, not just money. But this does tie into finances and how we see things, because those glasses are how I see the world, and they can be changed. If I see money through the lens of I'm a slave to it and I have to work every day to acquire money, that might be a negative belief system. It might be a negative way to view money. And so again, I challenge you to take a look at your belief systems on money and what it means to you. But ultimately, having gratitude, which is an attitude, so an attitude of gratitude, is what's going to help you see the world with rose-colored lenses. It's going to be the key to helping you unlock success and ultimately wealth, which will make your life rich. And when you look at the way you see the world and your attitude, that is what's going to generate money. And the reason I say that is because without the attitude change, money might not be attracted to you. And so it's really a concept and a belief system. And so it's very important to visit your thoughts and your beliefs about money, because ultimately it's a behavioral thing. But I'd like to submit to you that life is really about one thing, and it's about creating meaning. If our life doesn't mean anything or has a limited meaning, then we'll follow that path, right? So if all we do is work and make money and trade our time for money, there may not be a whole lot of meaning to it. But when you switch your thinking from a mindset of always having to get, but rather give, you switch something in your brain that changes to an attitude of gratitude, and you're thankful. You're thankful for the small things. You're thankful you have a house over your head. You're thankful that you have the ability to get good food or access to clean water. The things that we take for granted now become a little bit more meaningful. And I remember the first video I made over a week ago talking about the winter season and coming through that winter season. And I would wake up and be very discouraged, very depressed, because I couldn't find gratitude. I couldn't find, in fact, I was numb. I have a beautiful home that I worked hard to get. And I would look out the window over the bluff to the tree line and the Mississippi River. But yet I was still numb and empty inside. And that just goes to show my state of mind at the time. It was difficult, going through a lot, loss, depression, pain. But I knew I couldn't stay there. I knew I had to get out of that. And one way to get out of that is to have an attitude of gratitude. Looking around and thinking, I'm lucky. I'm lucky to have a job. I'm lucky to be able to have an income. I'm lucky to be able to work. Some people don't have that ability to work. And so it's really about our mindset and how we view things. Creating a meaning for life will never come from getting. Some of us, or even human behavior in general, we tend to want to get, right? If you're unhappy, you feel that you need to get. I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to go, I'm going to go buy some things for myself, retail therapy, whatever it is, going and doing something, going out to eat. So we spend money on ourselves hoping for a feeling, right? And ultimately, that's what it comes down to, is that money creates a feeling. And that feeling, that feeling is coming from a need. So remember the 6 basic human needs, safety, security, love and connection, significance, that what I do matters. And so ultimately figuring out what it is that you need in your life. Once you master that 6 basic human needs, or at least understand what it is you're looking for, you can kind of hone in more on money, because you'll recognize that just buying things or different kinds of therapies don't necessarily work. They might work for just a brief moment, but in the long run, it's not about getting that's going to give us the happiness or the long sustaining joy that we're really looking for in our life. Where that comes from is when you get into one of the 6 basic human needs, giving. When you give, you get outside of yourself and you become selfless instead of selfish, and you open up your heart and your mind to something different. You help somebody who's in need, and it creates a significance that what you do makes a difference. And to see that look on somebody else's face, or to know that you're giving to Jude's, children who are hospitalized or having cancer, or it almost expands your heart and makes your worldview not centered on yourself, like the egocentric people that we are, because that's how we are, right? We're the star of our show and our world, and life is about us. But when you step out of that, there's such a mind-altering thing that happens, and it's a beautiful place to experience. If you've never done it, I encourage you to do something for someone today. It doesn't have to be giving money. It can be just doing something for somebody. It will change your outlook, and it will change the way that you see things. And life can be a lot about attraction, right? Are you attractive? Are you attractive to people? Do people want to be in relationship with you? Are you an approachable person? Are you a friendly person? Are you a caring, loving person that has their interest in mind? There's nothing worse than a friend who just talks about themselves and cuts you off. They seem to only care about themselves. You don't want to be that friend. You want to be the friend who listens and is there. And that will make you more attractive. And I say attractive because that's also one of the keys to being wealthy, or to making money. No, I'd say more wealthy, not so much making money. You can. But the goal here is not to make money. The goal here is to change the attitude and to change the mindset of what true wealth is. And so Once you change that, you'll become attractive to people and you'll be attractive to money. Money will follow, because ultimately that will lead to you wanting to help, you having a heart to care and to reach out, and people being attracted to that will give of their time, of their energy, of their resources. They'll give financially. So think of a problem today that you could solve, whether it be for yourself, but if you can get outside of that mentality, how could you solve a problem today for somebody else? It can be as simple as bringing soup to your neighbor. I love you, Sean Lee. You are amazing. But as simple as just bringing a gift or thinking about somebody and sending a text, those are all ways to get outside of the egocentrism that we have as humans and looking at the bigger picture. And so if you want to be more attractive today, do something like that. And I guarantee that when you develop that attitude of gratitude or thankfulness, that what you have is enough and what you have is wonderful, and just simply looking outside and being thankful for your life today will change your attitude, and money and wealth will follow, among other things, relationships. So I just wanted to share that with you today. I appreciate you guys all joining. I'm going to continue on my series of money. And if you get a chance, look over at YouTube for me. If you hit that subscribe button, Joel and I are planning on doing an ice bath once we hit 40 subscribers. I think we're at 20 something right now. So the moment we hit that 40 mark, we're going to go live with an ice bath. Him and I, we're going to try to do 5 minutes in an ice bath. So looking forward to that and excited to grow this channel to reach more people. And so thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, one last thing I wanted to say here too. About mastering money, understand one thing. Well, understand several things, but another important tool about money is that if you don't master money and treat it like the tool it is, money will master you. And you'll end up becoming a slave to money because you don't respect it and don't understand it, right? I wouldn't take a hammer and pound in a screw. You want to use the right tool for the job. And money has a specific use and is a tool for a certain thing. And so it's important to understand that so that money doesn't end up mastering you. Another thing I wanted to add too here, just looking at my notes I jotted down. Money is one way to turn your dreams into reality, right? Without money, we don't have the freedom to choose. We don't have the safety and security that we need. So money is a very important tool to take those things that you once dreamed about, and maybe it's been a while since you dreamt. Another assignment, take some time to think about what your dreams are. Maybe you haven't thought about that for a while. But if you're listening to this, you're not dead. So don't give up. Don't stop dreaming. As humans, it's so important that we keep dreaming. Always dream. And one thing that money does is it will magnify your nature. So all those dreams and ideas that you once had, money can be a tool to get you there. But it also can magnify your nature or, your behavior. So if you're a type of person that develops love and acceptance and is friendly and outgoing and all the positive things, when you start getting wealthy, you will magnify those things. It'll magnify it in your life, and then it will magnify it outward. So very important that you have the right attitude of gratitude. Otherwise, money can destroy you. You have some bad tendencies, money will magnify that. So before you start searching for getting more money, start looking at your belief system and your attitude about yourself, about your needs, about your love languages, and then ultimately your relationships and who you are. And you'll become more attractive to people, and you'll be able to influence more people. You'll be able to bring quality and meaning to more people's lives. And then money will be an amazing tool for you. Nothing can stop you, right? So, hey, thanks, Gabe. I appreciate the shout out, brother. Thank you guys for all joining. Tonight, I'm going to be live again at 5:30 as usual with my social experiment. I think I've kind of come to the end of my social experiment. At this point now, it's turning into a live and it's turning into a podcast at night. So I'm just going to keep trying to grow this channel. Help me if you would. And once I get to that goal, I'm going to set another goal. But my main goal is to reach as many people as possible with a positive message and a greater outlook on life to help you feel love and connection, and for you to become wealthy in every area of your life, and for you to be powerful and successful, the best human you can be, because you only have one life. You might as well make it count. I hope to see you tonight. I'll set up a live event for tonight. If you can join, I would absolutely love that. If you haven't visited with me in the evening, there's some information, a little bit of entertainment, and just hanging out together and talking about life and some of the things that we face as humans together, because ultimately we're all in this together. So, as always, I love you guys. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and make it count. Do something that'll impact somebody else today and tell me how that goes, because I guarantee you it will change a lot more than you think.